Hey guys, welcome to Recipe Hippie. Today we're going to be making an oven roasted Jamaican jerk turkey breast. It's really easy to make. We're going to use a lot of pantry spices to make the jerk rub. And whether you're hosting a dinner party or trying to feed your family, or if you just want some leftover turkey for sandwiches later in the week, this simple and hearty turkey breast recipe is the way to go. So let's get started. Start by preheating your oven to 325 degrees. We're going to start with the spice rub. So you're going to do 1 tablespoon of onion powder, 1 tablespoon of garlic powder, 3/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne, depending on how spicy you like it, 1 teaspoon of celery, 1 teaspoon of salt, half of a teaspoon of red pepper flakes, half of a teaspoon of cinnamon, 4 teaspoons of brown sugar or granulated, I used granulated, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, 1 teaspoon of cumin, half of a teaspoon of nutmeg, a dash of cloves. At this point, reserve 2 tablespoons of that dry spice mixture for the gravy before adding in 1/8 of a cup of fresh squeezed lime juice, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and then 4 tablespoons of softened unsalted butter. Now you want to mix that all together until it is really well combined. And then transfer your turkey to an oven roasting rack and pat it dry with a paper towel. Okay, so now we're gonna rub that jerk rub that we just made all over the turkey. The first thing that we need to do is separate the skin from the turkey breast. This allows the skin to get nice and crispy when it's cooking. So once the skin is separated, you're gonna take some of that jerk rub and you're gonna put it underneath that skin. So this is gonna flavor the breasts and allow that skin to get nice and crispy. Now with the rest of it, you're gonna rub it all over the skin. This is gonna be so juicy and so delicious, you guys. So why turkey breasts? For one, if you like white meat, turkey breasts are mostly white meat, which is awesome because, I don't know, I'm not like a huge fan of dark meat. And they're great for small gatherings because they cook pretty quickly and they can serve a lot of people, depending on what size you get. And you can pretty much get a week's worth of sandwiches out of them, so I love turkey breasts. Once you're done seasoning the turkey, you want to position it on the middle rack of your oven. So at 325 degrees Fahrenheit, a 2 to 3 pound turkey breast will cook between 1.5 and 2 hours, where a 7 to 8 pound turkey breast will cook between 2.25 and 3.25 hours. The turkey breast I used was 6.5 pounds, so I'm gonna check it around 1.5 hours and see how it's doing. My turkey breast was done around 2 hours, but this is gonna vary greatly depending on how many times you open the oven, the temperature of your oven, and the exact size of your turkey breast. Once it's done, cover it with tin foil while you make the delicious Jamaican jerk gravy. You guys are gonna love it. To make the gravy, you want to get all of the turkey drippings into a small or medium-sized saucepan and then scrape the brown bits and the fat into the saucepan. That is where all the flavor is. Now pour between 1/2 cup and 1 cup of chicken broth, depending on how many drippings you got from the turkey, and then whisk it so it's well combined. After it comes to a boil for about 60 seconds, you want to strain all those fat pieces through a wire strainer. Reserve about 1/3 of a cup of that liquid before pouring the rest back into the pan because we're going to use that to thicken it. Look at that gorgeous color. So once it comes to a simmer, you want to take that reserved gravy and add 2 tablespoons of flour to it and then whisk it really well so you get rid of all of those clumps. When it looks like this, you want to add it back to the simmering gravy. It should thicken right up. And then you want to add about 2 tablespoons of the reserved spices. Alright guys, so when you're done, it's going to look like this. It's nice and crispy on the outside, super juicy on the inside, and loaded with flavor. That gravy is really where it's at. Try not to drink all of it. It's going to be really difficult. Alright, so we are all done making our Jamaican jerk turkey breast. We've carved it, and the outside is nice and crispy while the inside is extra juicy. The Jamaican jerk gravy really adds a nice touch and a lot of extra flavor. Piper, you want a piece? A piece of jerk jerk? Piper approves. Thank you so much for joining me today on Recipe Hippie. If you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe because I'm going to have a lot more videos just like that coming your way. Thanks, guys!